Hello everyone, welcome back to LiveLaw Academy. In our endeavor to help you get updated with what is happening in the legal arena and what are the legal updates and developments, we are here to help you know why the inquiry committee has been appointed by the Chief Justice of India in the recent case related to one of the sitting judges of the Delhi High Court. If you're preparing for judiciary, you understand that when NJAC was a hot topic, time and again, NJAC has been asked in your exam right from the day when it was introduced. You still get a lot of questions from the first judges, second judges, third judges case asking about what is collegium, how does collegium work, how are the judges in India supposed to be transferred, supposed to be appointed. So to because all of this is important, this case also becomes very much relevant for you. Whatever is happening every day, we will try to cover it as much as possible for your judiciary examination. Okay, so this is going to be a discussion to understand that why we did not file or why we did not lodge FIR here. Had it been an individual, the procedure of prosecution would have been absolutely different. So what is the reasoning and where is this coming from? Let's try to understand that. So what has happened, if I have to briefly summarize the facts for you, on one of the unfortunate days, there was fire that got, in one of these storerooms of this sitting judge, that is Honorable Justice Yashwant Varma. And when the fire expanded within the storeroom, there was also stock and pile of money that was found. Pictures and videographs of it can be seen on the website of Supreme Court of India, or you can also watch it on LiveLaw as well. So all of this has been submitted as a record by the Delhi High Court Chief Justice, Honorable Justice D.K. Upadhyay, and he has also submitted these records along with the report of the inquiry that he had done, the preliminary inquiry, for him to understand whether a deeper probe is required or not. In addition to this, you will also see that it also contains the report, the series of report also contains the reply that has been given by Justice Verma in this case. So, just to tell you and just to briefly give you an idea, the minute all of this was disclosed to the Chief Justice of India, there is a procedure that is to be followed. How have we come up to the procedure? I will get to that point as well. So, when this was disclosed to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, he immediately, you see that two prompt actions were taken. The first action was with regards to the deliberation of the transfer to be done. So his transfer, Justice Verma's transfer to be done to his parent High Court, that is the Allahabad High Court, was decided by the Collegium. If you are not aware about Collegium, we have tried to briefly cover it on in one of our videos based on the concept of Supreme Court of India. So you can watch that on our page, LiveLaw Academy. We will also be doing a follow-up video and a follow-up, discussion on how impeachment works in India, because these are now very important aspect for you to know, and otherwise also, this is relevant for your judiciary examination. So you can, you can continuously watch this space and cover the aspect of impeachment as well. So just to briefly disclose that how Collegium, when we first came up with the first judges case, that is the SP Gupta versus Union of India back in 1980s. From that to 1999, we see how we have, evolved as to how do we protect and how do we actually grant independence to the judiciary. So this has been a series which the judiciary tried to ensure the doctrine or the principle of separation of power, which is also codified in one of the provisions. Which is that provision? Yes. So it is Article 50. Yes. So you have to immediately think of all of this. When I say independence of judiciary, you have to think about where all is independence of judiciary, mentioned or have been this has been granted or has been secured in the Indian Constitution. So when we talk about tenure, when we talk about the salary and allowances, when we talk about Article 121 as to how the legislative wing has to be separated from the judiciary wing and how they are not expected to discuss these matters. all of this, which is, which exists in the Indian Constitution, has been done keeping in mind the idea of independence of judiciary. And that is how in this case also, when you see that why a criminal prosecution did not begin, ma'am, you should know the requirement, and you should know that what has been the reasoning of initiating this. Okay, so coming back to the point, that there are two actions, prompt actions, that we saw happening here. First was the collegium's decision with regards to the transfer, and the second was that the CJI immediately informed the Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court as to not giving any, or not assigning any sort of judicial work to Justice Verma. So these are two actions also that you can see. Now, if you refer to the report that is there on the Supreme Court website, you will see certain aspects from it which will give you an idea as to why the deeper probe is required. Okay, when already we see primarily all of this has happened, why do we have to delve into a deeper probe? So in that case, you will see that Justice Verma in his reply has mentioned, he has spoken about how the allegations appear to be very preposterous to him. If you see that he has disclosed this, that the storeroom was accessible to the gardeners, was accessible to the servants, to the CPWD people. So therefore, that is one aspect of it, that it was not, whether or not it was actually a locked room, or whether it was accessible every day by other people or not. Then you also see that he has highlighted the point that when I came back from, because he was in Madhya Pradesh when the incident happened. So he says that when I came back to Delhi, I did not find the money, or the pile of money, to be there. So that is also one of the concerns that he has highlighted, by which he has also, he has also ensured that yes, we have to ensure that deeper probe is required, and that can be definitely done as well. So that is another aspect of it. Now, for you to know as a judiciary aspirant, you have to also know that what is the who are the people who have been appointed in this particular committee. So when you see, we have, firstly, you will see that we have two of the chief justices. We have the chief justice from the Punjab and Haryana High Court, that is Honorable Justice Sheel Nagu. Then we have the chief justice of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh, that is Justice G.S. Sandawalia. And then we have one of the judges from the Karnataka High Court, that is Justice Anu Sivaraman. So these are the members of the in-house committee of the inquiry procedure that is expected to now work, and now to find out as to how, whether the money was there and how it has come there, and all into the nitty-gritties of the fact. Now, let me tell you that why and from where the scope of committee comes into picture. So we go back in time, and if you see, as I already highlighted, SP Gupta versus Union of India, first judges, second judges, all these cases have, by way of judgments, by way of precedents, we have tried to evolve on how we ensure independence of judiciary, right? So this clarity also with respect to how the criminal prosecution will not be initiated, and how we have to, the president has to ensure that he's consulting the Chief Justice of India before taking any of the decision, right, of the removal. So accordingly, we go back in time. In 1991, we have one of the landmark cases of K.R. Veeraswamy versus Union of India, wherein the procedure that you see is taking place right now has been followed, by which the court assesses, and by which the Honorable Supreme Court highlighted that it is required that, once the complaint reaches to the Chief Justice of the Delhi, of the High Court, any of the High Courts, how he is supposed to immediately inform the CJI, and then how the CJI seeks for all the relevant documents along with a response from the person, the involved sitting judge of the High Court. And accordingly, if he feels that yes, there exists a prima facie case for which deeper probe is required, he will then after that constitute or appoint this sort of a committee. So these are the key points which are important for you for your examination perspective. The names who are the members in the committee, where is the committee or the power to the CJI coming from for establishing a committee to probe into a matter? Does it also apply to a retired judge? No, this is only applicable to a sitting judge. Okay. And we also have to see as to how the independence of judiciary, the collegium works, how the decision. So all these are points that are revolving around this key issue. Must know, which you must remember for your examination. So I hope this video, this very small video by which we have tried to cover all the updates so far, has been helpful for you. We also have certain reading materials, certain updates as to how all of this is being done present on LiveLaw. So you can access the same on LiveLaw as well. You can also get the copy of the report from the Supreme Court website. And if it intrigues you, you can definitely give that also a read. Okay. And we will keep covering all the other updates also related to the case, in which is which are important for our students for their judiciary preparation. So accordingly, I'll see you again with another video, and thank you so much.